Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in today. Very important video though. That idea came in from George, that is Detective Apopskalius, user here on the YouTube. That was from yesterday after the talk, talking about sexuality and talking about healing the sexuality for going into a transport or transform probably into intimacy for it. And if you guys paid attentions in the past, maybe like a couple of days, it's been this vibrations of sexuality coming out on the surface. That is because we have to look at it deeply within the sexuality. I'm giving you a message out because people send you some messages, dear, what's going on with this sexual energy. It's a Scorpio season. You got to understand that from within, and there's going to be a triggers about sexuality, so you can transform your understanding about sexuality. That is intimacy. That is a when the soul is involved. Hi, George. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for picking up the idea for the today's talk. And today's talk is important because people are losing the will to live, the desire to live from within, and it's connecting with everything that goes on in their life. So I'm going to be posting a link here. What is the main reasons for it? It is about the lack of dopamine that it's produced within the body. That is because you are under stress, depression, lack of love, lack of healing from within you, and that can cause you to go through a lot of stress. I got that for stress, and we want to be talking about it. I'm going to give you one of my videos that I talk about it. It was the suicide, the soul, and connections that I did quite a few years ago. That was it for specifically made it for the light workers of the world. For it to it. But let me recognize first of all the people who came to the chat. Diamond B, thank you for coming. George, Josh, thank you for coming in and watching in my back. Thank you for coming into the astro gravitational report. It's yeah, you guys know all about it. Hi Sasha, thank you for coming in. What they suffer from external depression is, I think, yes, external depression, high Xanapix, external depression. That is could be for so many reasons, and it's a good that George, you actually kind of like open it. Is extent not external, existential. Okay. Uh, you know what? I'm gonna give you this link here. Let me just get it. I just posted on the Facebook, so if you guys following me on the Facebook, you guys know what it's all about. For so George, that is a very good in there. They explained there that there is gonna can be a lot of issues from within. But the ultimate kind of like a higher level of dopamine you're getting when you are within the divine love from within yourself. That is the highest love they can experience. That is when you're with your twin flame and the divine at the same time. This is energy that is given to you at the beginning of ignition of awakening. But the awakening, what it is, the awakening, it is to understand you have to put end of the BS. They have to put up the end of screwing up and playing a game with a thing called life. That's what this is. And when the people playing it with love, specifically with feelings, with people, for it, then there is begins this uh, problems. The problems can be a lot. They can be emotional, energy, psychological, and so on and so on. And the lack of dopamine actually it is the reason for the dark night of the soul. Medically, that's what it is. During the dark night of the soul, you're losing the will of live. That is a the hormone of internal happiness that goes on from within your body. It's produced by your brain. So the more happy things you do within your life, the more things. And when there is a existence from within, somebody's got a habit to talk to me or write to me exactly when I'm doing life. Yeah. And, I probably have to talk to that person. He's been doing it quite often. Remind them that around 4 o'clock I'm live. Anyway, it is what it is. You guys know what I'm talking about. But why would you lose the will or the desire to live? There's gotta be two things happening in your life. Either you hurt somebody so bad that you are in the pain, or someone hurt you so bad and you are in the pain. So if you look at all these situations within your side, inside of you, you will understand what this is. The pain could be also a self-inflicted pain to your own self. You guys have to be aware of this for it. And when this process begins, you begin to fall into the rabbit hole of the depressions. You're going to be going through all the problems, and all of a sudden, you end up in this rock bottom. And when you hit that rock bottom, what do you do there? You begin to be like, nobody loves me, nobody wants me, I'm a useless, I can't be with nobody. You kind of like all the negativity from within you. Hi, Wonder Nanda. Thank you for coming in. And with the twin flames, it's very heavy in that case. Twin flames, soulmates, divine partners, and so on. With them, is so heavy. Why? Because it's connecting all the spectrums with this. People who only live in the physical realm, they only work with the physical separations. Okay, they only have issues and so on. If there is emotions attached, they're dealing with emotions, and if they're not awakened to the energies, they don't understand what really is going on. They're only dealing with those two things. That it is for the mass of the populations is out there. That's why for them it is like, oh, I'll find a new girlfriend, I'll break with the old one, it's all good, it's okay, it's toxic and it's fine. Maybe I can go out and get my best friend's boyfriend or girlfriend to situations, the trend that goes around. Okay, swapping a boyfriend, swapping a girlfriend, all this crap, toxic. Okay, and that's what this is because it's lack of evolutions. But when it comes in within the energies and you feel the energies, that's where the first begins of the problems. Because in the energies level, the level of dopamine in there, of the happiness, when you crumble down into the hole, you are in the rock bottom, then the energies begin to affecting you, affecting in your body, affecting your situations. I suggest you the link you to read it in there. Why do you have fatigues? Why do I have a wheel of living, and so on, and so on. When you add it, the gravitations and the spirit, then the crap goes really deep. And the reason is when the divine is involved in that, that is when you go through the dark night of the soul. I don't wish the dark night of the soul to nobody. Period. I don't. I see that this dark night of the soul, this energy is coming in. Dark night soul, the soul is triggered because of you giving up the will of life. You go into God and you tell God, I don't want to leave. God says, no, you should leave. I have a very good plan for you. You're like, I don't see this plan, God. I don't see this plan. I don't know what I'm living for. During that period of time, you maybe end up in these situations, and God's going to shut you down. That's when the dopamines go out of your producing for a minute or two. Then you go up, you have that little chit chat, and they send you back. When they send you back, hopefully, send you back. Guess what happens when they send you back? You understand and you find your purpose, why God created you, and you find a new desire to live. You have a different purpose to live. Most of the people who have experiencing a medical death, that's what happened within them. Most of the people who went through the dark night of the soul, they experience the same thing. You might see the light, you may see the energies, you may see the things from within for it, but that's what that happened. What are you looking at within this? When you understand the knowledge, when you understand everything from within you, you find that your purpose here is to helping other people, not getting and not reaching to that state of this. That it is the last resort of learning. The first resort of the first thing that we need to do is create a social environment where we can grow understanding this, not hitting the bottom, the rock bottom down there in the rabbit hole. That it is our purpose. And when you understand that, when you want through this, when you get into all these situations from within, guess what? You find your purpose in there. And now you have the desire to live from within. That is it, the wounded healer situations from within when you are awakened. And when you begin to be awakened, there's going to be this breakdown of the old. For some of the people, the breakdown is when they are awakened for their own BS from within them. And that is at the moment when they're realizing how bad that is. They're realizing the connections within the energy. They're realizing the connections within the soul and the spirit within the universe. And they're like, how could it have been stupid? How can it be so bad? That is at the moment when the soul cry. People say the soul doesn't cry. Oh, it does. Oh, it does. It happens through the revelations. When the truth is revealed to you of who you are, what you are, and what actually reality is. You are not only this physical bag of bones with a heart and a blood that goes through it, and a heart that thinks it's loves. You are also emotion, you're also energy, you're also gravitations, your soul, your spirit, and you're connecting to the universe. You're within the divine. And we're realizing you have more than just walking on this earth. Hi Erica, hi Raki, thank you for coming in. And when you're realizing this, the pain of not knowing this is going to be huge. And when you understand that pain, you're going to go through this desire not to believe because you didn't know what it was. But when you look at it in there and that pain at that moment, at that rock bottom that you're hitting in there, you are like, right now, I understand what the truth is. I understand what's going on. And I can go ahead and help other people to find what is it within me. That's how you get up. Because the other case, the suicide is not an answer. You're going to go back here, going to learn the same thing. But one thing though, the 10%, you have to pay it back. The things that you didn't finish on this lifetime, they're going to be added into the things that you have to do. Because it's unfinished business for the universe. You did not fulfill your contract. You cut your contract short. So the suicide is not an answer. Whoever thinks about it, the suicide an answer, and of the time of they willing to live the life, they haven't fully understood the life from within the way it is. Usually, the people they losing their will of life because something is not fulfilled. Somebody doesn't love them. Someone that they want them that doesn't love them the way that they want it. And now, hey, here we go. Nobody loves me. Yeah, okay. Do you love yourself? When you love yourself and you're out there for other people, the things are different. They hit different from within. But the people, they are looking for escape. The biggest escape is to put the love within you. You to be not depending of this ego-based understanding of the love. You to be understanding from soul love. It's always a good to have our handy. Back in the United States, actually, I had a handy from pretty much all the countries, the suicide hotlines. I had the phone numbers. If somebody says suicidal, just send it to it because that's what the way and stalk them out, see what the problem is. Because lack of the dopamine in there, within the brain, within the person, can cause like all of a sudden breakdown. They can be on the street and they can fall down on the street. They can be at work and they can just fall down at work. And you don't know what's going to happen. So it's very important you to maintain your mental and your spiritual attitude from within you to make yourself happy one way or another so you can be able to go ahead continue producing this crucial element of life, which is happiness. Dopamine is creating the happiness, the joy. That's when it's produced. When you feel it from within you, then it creates the within the brain, and the brain's releasing it. So, but it's a based out of something. Could be a based out of something physical. For example, you see a beautiful flowers, you see a beautiful animals, people, or so on and so on. Then it creates that. You see a beautiful emotions somehow. You feeling it. You see a beautiful energy. You're feeling it. You see a beautiful soul. You're feeling it, and so on and so on. That it's increasing all this. And if you feel like you have this desire of like to live, find the reasons from within. Go out for a walk and you will see the reasons around you. They will be showing to you. Go to a when the kids are playing. Go out in the park and see the birds. Go and feed the birds, for example. That's gonna help you a lot. Let me tell you why. Because the bird is gonna come in, is gonna give you love. They give you love in there. Our souls doesn't have a dopamine. Okay, it is about the body. But if you, in a soul level, you're hurt, it goes down. And from within the gravitations changing the energy from within you. So is in your emotions and affecting your body. So you can have a spiritual part of you that is there, and spiritually you're gonna feel like I don't want to be part of this world. But that affects everything down the line, George. Everything. But when you find the spiritual part of why you should be continue living in this world, why you should keep doing what you're doing, why you keep doing and loving the people, and so on and so on, you find that strength for it. That's what you're coming in. You to find your strength. A lot of the people who lose the will of life, it is about their test to find the strength from within when they hit rock bottom. That's what that is. Gifted children who tend to highly sensitive, analytical, and curious are especially prone to this form of depression. Yes, that is because they are very sensitive. The more you're sensitive, the more you're affected by this. Very good. Yeah. Too much BS in the world. People suck. What's the point? Yeah. Well, you looking at out there. Here's what the main problem is, that the people looking at for outsource, outside source. The word outsourcing, that is a you to hire someone from outside of the company and to bring him in the company so he can perform a duty. Or you can go ahead and produce something outside of the company so you can make more profit and not within your own employees because you're going to make more profit. Okay. So when you take a look at it on these words, okay, outside, outsource, and so on and so on, for it, it is about you looking at for a force that wants to come from outside towards you. That's mean that whatever you're looking at from that outside of you is not from within you. If you're depending on someone to love you so it can feel good, they have to love you on their own without your internal needs. That's what real love is. The rest of it is self love to yourself. The faster you get to this point, the better it will be. Because people, they can fake love, and guess what? They can leave you, and they can leave you in disaster. And that disaster leads to what you explained, George. Okay? But people are people. Some of the people are not people. They are actually probably animals can love you more than some people for it. So, yeah, that's what the BS is. But it's the times we are living in this. We are living into this toxic environment. We're accepting that this is a normal, and that's what creates a whole another issues of ball game in the world. But yeah, gifted children who tend to. Okay, that was Rocky. That's a great point. I never thought of that. The lesson you should have learned and taught you have to adjust to the next incarnation if you commit. Wow. Yeah. People don't understand this, that you can't just, I mean, there is plan for everything. But emotional happiness must have a basic past neurochemistry, no? Uh, yeah, the neurochemistry and the soul, it's already been determined that it's the mirroring neurons. They're looking more into these issues, George. Specifically, we're talking about the mirroring neurons. There's been a lot of study, and a lot of studies are going on right now. I think so. They actually beginning to including artificial intelligence for more faster answers within this, for creations of superficial interface between the human brain and a computer. So that way, they can convert the information from within your brain. They can take it. They can store it. They've been working on this for years, and it's crappy. For it, I don't like it personally because it's not for a good purpose. I think there has been making a sensors that goes inside of the blood cell. There is an artificial blood and artificial neuronic system already developed in the world. So just crazy. But yeah. For me, confusion in the depressed state is wherever it's coming from physical alignment, emotional down spiral, or mental state to spiritual energy. It's confusing since I manifest to move on the spiritual path. The more you look at it, the things from the higher perspective, the better it is. Because the higher perspective from a spiritual realm is going to help you to fix the things all through the line. But if you haven't fixed your spiritual situations, you are going to need to understand to look at it, the things much more higher. That is why the need of spiritual psychology right now, it's huge. It becomes the need to be created. Some of the spiritualities are looking for this spiritual psychology. They have to study both because they know the spirituality and the psychology. Believe that this is going to be coming up in the next few years. This is going to be a huge topic that's going to grow up more and more. Um, the astropsychologists already been using it, the planets, for creating a psychology image from within you, and so on. So do I. You guys already know that for it, but we're still developing these new tools from within. And the more we understand the psychology within the soul for it, the better it's coming. Because when you fix the things within the soul, then they comes in within your mind, it's processed there, and that fixes the bottom down issues, and you begin to find your happiness again. You heal your body, so is the soul. The thing it is the way that the quote goes on, and actually in reality that happens. That is it. They say like this: the soul can heal itself. The problem is to zip it up your mind. And if you look at it from the bottom up perspective and you fit yourself from the bottom, you, even if you have the soul from within, you can't zip it up the mind. And you have to zip it up this physical realms with emotions and physical needs. And you're looking at it within the soul. You allow only the soul to lead you there. And it's going to heal you to, again, find your divine purpose in life. That's what you're here. That's what you got born. You to find your divine purpose. What is your divine purpose from within? But do you really have to go all the way down through the pain in order to find this? Supposed to be not. But we as a society, we don't create the environment for be in more spiritual realms. First of all, we don't find this environment when we get born in the family. The second of all, we don't find it when we go to the, as a kids, we go to the daycare. We don't find it this as later on we go into the school. We don't find it anywhere. We begin to find it only when our system is crashing because we are looking for the truth. It's the same thing like in the Matrix, the blue on the red pill. But the main thing is coming in that sometimes people, when they take the red pill and they choose to go forward within the spiritual awakening, later on they are like, I should never, ever, ever took that red pill. But that is the people who are still stuck within the physical, within the ego-based uh, personality from within. But the spiritual personality, if you ever watch these situations of Matrix, for it, the spiritual part is you to become this person of spirituality and live within the reality there is. So you can impact the situations that goes on with in the society. That's what you came here for. And the more you begin to awaken, the more toxic situations you will find. Maybe you're going to feel more depressed from within, and so on and so on. And it's like, I don't want to fix this world. Let the world go to hell. You know, all that stuff. Guess what? You have a destiny, and you're finding your destiny. When you find your destiny, you are in balance within. And then you not only have the desire to live, you also develop something from within. You have the desire to help other to live. And this is a very, very profound things from within you. You begin to doing things for others. So, yeah. George, I think it's always a combination that should need be announced for me when I start working on myself on that I handle one aspect like physical health or mental health. The another aspect will be negligent or be left still. Yes, the negligent, yes, specifically self-negligent when you're in depressions. We have a lot of this, like some you don't want to eat, you don't want to drink, you don't want to live, and so on. You're still battling with depression, still battling with things from within. But there is point of time that things are coming better for sooner or later, little by little. It all depends of how big the damage is. If the damage was big, that we're talking about crossing the threshold from within the spirit, within the soul, or involving universe in there. it's going to take some more time than just an average depressions. Psychologists can help you, people can help you, and so on to move on. But when the soul, the spirit is involved in the universe, sometimes the things are much because they're in a very high perspective in there. And it's going to take you a different way of thinking. So if you need the different way of thinking, you need to evolve. In order to evolve, you're learning a new psyche from within. You develop a different psychology from within. That is, again, comes the need of developing a soul-based psychology from within. So, yeah, uh, it's hard to work on all of them. It wasn't like the problem is just spiritual or just physical. What can we do other than meditations to move ahead? The best thing, Rocky, that's a very good questions. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What can you do? It is about see the conflict, see the answers. The one reason when you're depressed and so on, you're seeking for answers. Once you find your answers, you find your inner peace. The inner peace leads you to happiness again. So you might do a meditation to reach out to your soul. For it, you actually gonna have to find and realize within your spiritual psychology that you may have to move on. You may have to cross the threshold of not dealing with what you're dealing because that only leads to a path of destructions. You are here not to destroy. You're here in the path to create. So even if it's with the person, with the situations, because some of the soul connections, twin flames, divine partnerships, they are getting damaged because of lack of spiritual moral, lack of spiritual morality, and the reason you have a lack of spiritual morality is because you don't have a human-based morality. You haven't been developed from within. That could be a moral issues, that could be a cultural issues, that could be whatever issues is. It wasn't developed from within. And that's what again the need for a spiritual psychology is needed for. And yeah, it's gonna require some quite a few years with this. Anna Brace, hi, thank you for coming in. But that what is you to change your perspective within the psyche from the soul. That's why you go into the spirit, you get the downloads. You guys understanding how this works. You're going into your soul. The soul goes to the spirit goes to the universe, gets the downloads in you. You get the downloads, you accept the information, you overwrite your standards from within, and you go up. You get up again. And everybody is like, what the hell did you do? You were supposed to be 3 feet under the ground. No, you're not. Because the universe, guys, we should be thankful to the universe about everything. It's an amazing power the universe has, God. Should be thankful about it. Hey, big dog, how are you? Thank you for coming in. So, yes, very dense. Unseen and Said, thank you for coming in. Wondernanda, very dense energy yesterday, today. I got really low. Yes, the energy is actually getting low, especially midnight today, midnight. The energy is going to drop. If you guys didn't follow with the astrogravitational report for it, it's kind of like a dead connecting of what we're talking with the astrogravitational report that I do for you. If you don't know what that is, go to either my Facebook or to the channel for it. I'll give you the channel if you need to. Right there, it's talking about the energies and what the energies are there. And I'm going to give you the channel. So you guys can have it and watch the daily report. I know sometimes it's late for some of you, but I have to feel the energy as well when I do it and look at it and compare it to the. Sometimes I talk to a few people about the energies and I look at the astrology and I put it together. For some of you, thank you so much for confirming the accuracy of this. And I appreciate for everyone that subscribe there and listen to it and taking an advantages of this tool. This is a tool for you. The astrogravitational report that it's hour by hour, it's a tool for you. Okay. And those who been done a astrogravitational report on their natal chart, they know the value. They work on different perspective in there, but the energies are going to be intense. They're going to continue to be that dense because we are going through the shadow. We are going through the face masks. We are going through these things from within us. And hold yourself because we are going to go for like 2 weeks through some of the things. The way I see it is going to be a collective dark night of the soul. And this video is matching the current energies, by the way. Nothing is just, by consequent coincidence and so on. It is what it is. So, guys, thinking about what we guys going to talk about tomorrow. But believe within you. Sometimes you're going to lose the belief. You're going to be losing the hope. You're going to be losing it to so many things inside of you. But it's about you. You to find the strength in the place from within. That is the place of love from within you towards your own self. You're worth it. You're worth it for everyone. Okay? And especially if somebody doesn't see your worth, you're worth it from within you. They don't see it. It's not you. And there is some people who's never going to see your worth. Doesn't matter what you do. Simply because they don't have the worth from within themselves. So don't compare yourself with others about it. Don't get within this things and so on. Okay. I burn white sage, try to do every week, but I'm a few weeks behind now. I anointed myself with lavender oil and wear the Hamsa hand amulet I got from my TF, which sent me like to help me in the past, things like this, but I'm not sure what helps, what more I can do. Change your standards, George, from within. Because when you look at it inside, you're probably missing the energies exchange with your twin flame. I'm missing a lot of things from within your twin flame and so on, and you don't see the reason to keep on going. No, there is a reason for it. The learning, the education, the situations that you have from within, you help other people. You go out, put the stuff in there within yourself. And the more that you can do is actually the right thing that you do is continue being an example for others. That's what you're here for. You to be this beautiful example of energy. I'm not talking about divine feminine, divine masculine. For those who hasn't not united those two within them, have fully understanding with the both realms of the energies within them, they're still not completed. Okay, because you are kind of like I'm a positive battery, but positive battery without negative can't use. Negative battery without understandings about the positive, you can't have closed circuit. But when you unite the positive and the negatives from within you, you become a full battery that has positive and negative ending. Now, when you put it in the clock, the battery, guess what? The battery will work. You will work. Your life will work. So, EMDR treatment Yes, I can agree on this. Oh yeah, and affirmations. I sent you my document, which is a put together for every chakra. Also, Cassidy Kane's cleansing audio tool seems to me do something. It has affirmation too. George, you know what else I can suggest you? A very helpful tool. It's called the bucket list. Go and create yourself a bucket list, a wish list, if you want to call it. Things that you always wanted to do, things that's gonna make you happy. Go put a goals and go achieve them. That is the most beautiful things that you can do. Go travel. Let's say you dream you wanted to be a beautiful place that you always dream of, and you thought that you never could afford it. Go check it out how much money it will cost you. Go find yourself, put yourself to work, go making up the money, and go make that trip. Don't do it because of anything, because of you, from within you. Go and do it. The bucket list is something beautiful, beautiful, beautiful tool. Even you don't understand it, you can have a spiritual bucket list. What do you want to achieve spirituality? That will keep you going and get you out of this mood in there to get you from in there. I got crystals too. Actually, I went out shopping yesterday. I got these guys here. So it's this beauty. This is beauty. I have some quite other few of them because most of my crystals there in the United States. So I got these guys here. Is it for the hearts and so on. Uh, George, yes. Stop giving energy. That's a big one. Because when you give so much energy towards situations, towards things from within, you have no energy. But you also take a look, the people around you. And you have an energy vampire around you, someone who always create problems, someone always who create situations for the need of attention and suck the energy. Take a look from there as well. But yes, giving up energy. Thanks for recommendations. Sometimes I feel uncalled and trigger an energy inside me because being in the good mood, suddenly something happens inside. Any reason for it. It lasts for 10, 15 minutes, triggers my TF, and then we go in arguments. Rocky, yes. Yeah, that is because there is an unclear things between you and your twin flame. There is unclear situations, maybe unclear feelings, maybe there is a I mean, hopefully you have only kind of like a few things that you're working together with. But if there is a more things involved within the connections between you and them. So, for example, if your kids are involved, or if the business is involved, the parents are involved, or friends are involved also in that, and things are could be getting rough in that case because there is so many things are left unclear, and within your mind you want to solve these situations. They're going to come in like a 10-15 minutes to you, and then guess what, you begin to have this 5D. You're trying to solve the situations in a 5D, but guess what, you argue in a 5D, and that argument in the 5D drops the energies down into a 3D thinking. If you look at it yourself, the best thing is left that situations because inside of you, you have to have your clear consciousness of what did you do. If you feel guilty and shame, then it's a different problems. There's something you did from within you. You have to work on that. But if you did everything that you promised, you delivered your promises, and your conscience is clear in the front of you, then you're okay with it. Okay. And again, we are repeating these situations of don't look at it for external situations. For CC, hi, thank you for coming in. All right, you guys chatting to you. I either have to tell my ego everything is okay, or better than this, put back into its place, etc. Yes, you reorganize yourself. After every breakdown, what do? You reorganize your life. After every crash within the energies, within the gravitation you felt, what do? You put yourself back. After every soul connection that has been broken, what do? You put yourself back in. But after your spirit from within is broke down, then the divine is involved. You have to work within the divine to heal you from within. Usually, this is something that's required outside interference. Uh, that probably has something to do with the divine. To tell you about this a little bit, for because now the crossing path between the soul and spirit, that is right now you're crossing the path between the human part from within you and the connections of your soul from within you with in the divine originations for I mean, basically, your creations of the universe. And when somebody damaged the creation of the universe fixes its own creation. Is the same thing when you break something, you go in to clean it up. When you mess something, you go ahead and apologize if you have the guts and so on for it. But yeah, the ego can be very strong on some of the cases when you lose the will to live. Yes, it is. Let the stuff come up. Tell myself it's a positive affirmation. Very good is to use positive affirmations. Uh, for I had one positive affirmation that we were chanting it every day over at the financial company that I was, and there was um, part of it that was like, I'm gonna win, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna win, because I have a faith, courage, and strength to do the things that I need to do. Or something like that was uh, for it, and it's important. What do you do? The self-talk. The self-talk is very important. Okay, this is when you inspire yourself. This inspirations get you out of the depressions. Okay, but don't fool yourself. Don't manipulate yourself that you're okay. No, you're not. Even if you're okay, though, you still have things to do. It is the same thing like the surgeon, the doctor, who is having issues at home. But guess what? The doctor has a surgery to do, brain surgery or heart surgery. And guess what? He doesn't allow his professional life to mix with his. And that's how you need to look at it within yourself. You're here to be a divine being in art. That's what your profession is. And when you look at it on that higher level of perspective, the things is going to be coming out for you. Last, tell myself I surrender. CC, okay. Dio, George, you guys chatting to each other. I ask help from the Holy Spirit to the download to comes in. Exactly. The Holy Spirit will bring you that out. Hi, Monica. Thank you for coming in. Hi, Dio. Where does the numbness come into the journey? The numbness. That can comes in from two places. The betrayal that happens, actually the ultimate betrayal. Uh, Let me specify the numbness, what it is. The numbness when everything kind of like stops. You become numb from all the sudden reaction within your journey. It's kind of like everything froze up from within. Usually, that has to do with your connection, with your soul connections, because you are in that connection. So all of a sudden, it's cut out, and that numbness of doesn't have the energies exchange, doesn't have this same emotions. You don't have the same frequency with the person. You don't have the same gravitations within the person. And that is coming to the point that the things, okay, you have a lot of chords, with your twin flame, soulmates, divine partnership in there, and the numbness comes in from where the connections is cut in a certain level. So, for example, they may hug you, but they abandon you, they betrayed you, they lied and cheated you, and they're hugging you. You can't hug them. You're numb, and that's where the numbness comes from because of things are not the same. The vibrations is not the same. The situations is not the same, and that's where the numbness it's coming from into the journey, because something one or both or the divine decided to see this from within, and it could be play of the ego, could be a play of psychology, could be a play of energy, could be a play of gravitations, but there is a play. It wasn't the way it should be, and when you get into this, the numbness it's coming. Sometimes you may become numb physically. That comes in from lack of your blood is too thick, lack of drinking water could be, and so on, or lack of oxidation, smoking too much cigarettes, for example, or you're dehydrated in there. How can we protect our energy? To protect our energy, it is the energy management from within. That energy management from within, it is by using your gravitational field. You feel what's right, where to put your energy, to gravitate towards it or to pull it, your energy from within. You're not giving the energy. So when you talk to someone, if somebody wants to steal your energy and steal your attentions and so on and so on, and they trying to manipulate you, for example, for a reason, you feel this, so you don't follow it. Okay, you don't follow it, the manipulation, and now you are like, oh, I know what you're doing. You can't lie to me. You can't manipulate me to do something that it's only benefits you. What benefits me? Nothing. Only benefits you. So you are going to understand this. This is going to be a part of the spiritual psychology that's going to be developed. That's coming. You need it. It's a very highly desperations. This spiritual psychology to be made. Okay. For so lately that it's coming like a big push, and I don't know, should I have to write it or something? Something, I don't know. Natalia, hi, how are you? Thank you for coming in. But this is how you're going to protect. It is by the new psychology situations and awareness about the energy fields that you are in, Sasha. Hi, dear. Yesterday I felt very unhealthy energy within myself. I needed quite some time to get into awareness. I felt very toxic. It was my first awakening state. Let me tell you, in the past 3 days, everyone felt toxic energy. I will be surprised if any of you tell me I didn't feel it. Yeah, I'll show you some of the messages I have here that I received. Woo! Man. Yeah. We talk about this that's coming. We talk about the Scorpio season, guys. I did the astrology report, this the astrogravitational things. And if you have any issues, buzz me on the Facebook. If it's something quick, I can give you where to look, what to look, and so on and so on. You guys know how that goes for it. So yeah, that's what this is. You're gonna feel the toxic. We're told about it. The toxic energies they're gonna comes out on the surface. But when they comes out on the surface, guess what? Everyone feels them. You can't go ahead and so on and so on. Some of you feel the very sexual energies, like in the middle of nowhere, or feel this intense pressure. Okay, sexuality is toxic. It's not intimacy. You guys getting it? It's coming out on the surface. So, Annabris, that's beautiful. We are made out of the universe, and we fall. The universe will come and heal us if you're open to it. Yes. I had to do it. I was totally trapped down, just numb to death, and so on. And I had to be healed from them. They put me in a very special place. It's just like they said, like you stay here. That was when we crossing for it, and they give me some special water and so on, and it's like lay down here. I was like for 2 3 days, maybe didn't eat, didn't did anything pretty much. I was mostly like only a few cups of coffee and a cigarette, drinking on the window. That was it, and to be in the bed, nothing else. So I know that, but it was very rough to go in there because something happened within the spiritual realms, and that wasn't pretty. So I lost the chat. Andrea, hi. I cried a lot last night. Hi, Andrea. Yes, I think Josh was also crying last night for it. I don't remember how many other people came to me. It's like crying, healing, and so on and so on. There was a depression, desperations. There was a lot of grieving came out. Yeah, there was a lot of energies are popping up right now. And but it's funny that the people who crossed the bridge, we're talking about, we are a little different right now, and we knew these energies because we deal with these energies 8 months ago prior. We went, we saw what the strength is once you cross, and now we're using this strength to help you guys. So some of you here, they know what that is. All right. Sasha, thank you. I'm okay this morning. Yeah. Empaths develop that sense. We sense that something isn't right with the energy within our twins, too. Yeah, you can sense the energies. Yes, it is. Unseen and set, exactly. For and yeah. Sasha, I've been feeling it. We all feeling it. Xanapix, yes, I've been numb all year. Hard when the other part of your soul is so disconnected from itself. They're disconnected. Why are they disconnected? That's what you probably want to know, right? They have to find the answer from themselves. They are responsible in there. I was like, dear, what are you going to do? I'm like, I'm not doing anything. Divine, I'm not doing with this situations. It's your situations, divine. I leave it up to your hands. That's why right now, if you have any situations with your twin flame, divine connections, soulmate, and so on, for it, leave it up to the divine. Otherwise, you may interfere in the processes. I don't want to interfere. It's too much to interfere. Too much other people is going to be involved in all the situations. So I left it alone. And I told the divine, enough is enough. I had enough. And I protect my energy that way. Simple as that. Uh, Xanapix say I've been numb all year. Hard for no other. Yeah. Can't do nothing about it. But guess what? It is about they can do something about it. If they made a mess, you don't have to go clean that up because you probably went up and cleaned up the mess and situation, help them out and so on, and they breadcrumbing you. And now they develop a situations that it's even worse than that, and you have to go ahead and help them. No, 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 no. It's divine, and them have to help them with themselves. Because by you helping them, you don't help them to grow. They will never grow. They were never going to develop at that soul level from within. No, they have to understand what they're doing. That is also protecting your energy, by the way. Uh, Man, where was I? Man, where was I? Uh, I have buildups of sexual energy since starting on this path, but I felt it was not toxic. It was interlaced with love and appreciation, beauty, and had no urge to have sex. That is a what needs to be done, George. That is the transformation process from removing the sexuality and focus on physical intimacy. Yes, except with my TF. Well, for the TF, usually have sexuality, but it's different. Natalia, with sexual energy, you hit the spot. Yes, it's been rough. I had a situation last night, so I shared it with someone I work with before we make the talk. We're talking about probably for 2 3 hours straight. That energy was present. I'm like, I'm not getting up out of the bed. No. But finally, about 5 o'clock, I was forced to get up, and I couldn't stand in this energies. And I came in like, let's see what's going on. Found some people messaging me and found the energies, like, yeah. You need to understand the sun, the authority is within a Scorpio. That is where the sexuality and physical intimacy comes together, but also all the toxic sexuality comes with it. So Venus and the sun are coming together, and the Mercury is there. You probably, the talks about sexualities and so on, your sexual jokes and so on. It's all over the place right now. That's what the energy is. I was crying too. There is a lot of healing. If you're crying, there is a lot of healing. Wonderland, it's pretty good. Take a look within the crying, the reason for the crying. You will understand the healing in there. Beautiful. Rocky, me too, since yesterday evening for no reason. Yes, uh, for it. Andrea, I also pleasured myself sexually often. Oh, sorry. Pretty good for you, Andrea. Actually, you know what? Yes, you should do that. You should go forward. Done it myself. So we're all about the truth here. So there's nothing wrong with that part. For because of this energies, you can just walking around like that. Anna Bruce, thank you for sharing that deal. Yes, been a very deep soul crisis. The last one was early August. Early August? Yes, Anna Bruce. We talk about this astrology wise. What is a early August? Leo, we were in the Leo season. Leo, it was squaring Scorpio, opposing Aquarius, and squaring Uranus in the North Node and Taurus. Now we are in the Scorpio season. Scorpio squares Leo and Scorpio squares Aquarius, and it's opposing everything in Taurus. Yes, it is going on. But all began when we had the Taurus season. That is when the things on earth, they have to be put the right in order. You don't put them right in order. You didn't fix the things that it needs to be. You don't fix the situations. Guess what? We're going to put you through a learning process, and you come back again within this Taurus season. You can come back within all this. There is karma for it. You're going to get what you deserved. Because first you screw up and they show you how to fix it. You don't fix it, then it's say basically tell the universe, oh, I need to put some more luggage on my back. Right there. I will add it more. I got from my parents, from my grandparents, and from everyone. I'll put some more luggage. But by the way, this luggage I'm also gonna give it to my kids. How about that? Did you like that kind of karma? I hope some of you not. We talk about the family karma, and people started seeing the family karma. It's so funny when I work with the people, they see the family karma. And it's not a joke. So that's why do your inner work, guys. Don't pass it to the next generations. Don't go through it. You know that will to live? Here's the one reason for you. It's your kids. Don't passing this over and over. If you have a baggage inside of you that it's belonged to your parents, go give it to them. If you can't give it to them, it's not yours from within. You have to heal the same situations that it's inside of you. Maybe similar like your parents. Maybe your parents had to do something. Now you have to do it because they didn't get it. But if you don't do it, your kids have to do it. But now there is the baggage from your parents, from you, and they have to deal with it. Do you love your kids in that case? That's what the spiritual psychology, the karma, the understanding, it has to come up. It has to be developed and like all this. It's going to require some people who are psychologists to learn the spirituality. That's coming up. Sometimes I wonder, will I become normal any soon? I don't know what's the new normal. Rocky, the new normal? Inner peace. Inner peace. That's the new normal. The vibrations of inner peace. That everything happens in your life, every situations that comes in, everything that comes within your life, it's about you to be okay, you to live in the truth. You don't have anything to worry about it. Your conscience is clear. You have the inner peace that develops the love from within and allow the life to flow within you, with you. You flow within life, and life flows from within you. You work within the universe. You allow these energies to be flowing within yourself. That is where we're going. I dreamed that angels removed demons from me after having a very heavy evening. Good. A lot of purging. Yes, it's been a lot of purging there. Sasha Diamond B, when you know that there is a higher calling for you, the tears dry. Yeah, the higher calling, yes. Diamond B, yes. Totally agree with you. Xanapix, exactly. I'm not cleaning up the mess. No, they made their choice. Yeah. George, I don't view sexually unhealthy. We're in 3D for a reason. This is normal part. Even interconnection with spiritual tantra and the Wendy Moth's book, they show how aversion to sex respond to past abuse or trauma and actually unhealthy. That you should heal and reclaim your sexuality and enjoy. So it seems like a trap for people with sexual trauma. Some people they're in a sexual drama because that's the easiest way they can gain energy. That's what it is, George. Wonder Nanda, I am Taurus, no wonder. If you're Taurus right now, there is could be a lot of happiness for you. simply because there could be a sudden changes. Everyone who has something in Taurus, look at you where your Taurus house is. So if your Taurus house is, for example, your 10th house, that it's mean that there's going to be some changes within. What do you do? How do you do? Whatever your planet you have in there. If you have a planet in Taurus that it's going to be affecting right now, take a look what that is. You might, because of the transitions of that's going on, the squares and a Saturn and so on, you might feel like restricted in some way if you're Taurus. Probably restrictions within material gains, within the money, within so on and so on from it, or you not making enough money, or you just have enough, or so on. Uh, yeah, or somebody owes you money, they don't comes in. Speaking of the which, some people don't even get their tax return yet. It was supposed to be returned by May. Now we are almost what? November? Yeah, in the United States, people haven't had their federal tax returns yet from IRS. You see, that's what's coming in with that Saturn Uranus things, but sudden changes and so on for it. So Wonderlanda, if there is things that's gonna come in, maybe delayed or something, but yes. Erica was crying too. He brought me in the past when I become pregnant with the youngest daughter. Now I don't like how my husband and was in the moment for. I have given her so much love and no interference. My daughter, she has nothing to do, but I'm happy to heal for this. Very good, Eric. Very good. You begin at that path of the healing, and I'm so proud of the to see you here, to understand that you're doing it, to sharing your path, and it benefits others. Okay, Erica, have a good one. We'll talk about later. Anna Brice, yes, we're here to heal for the next generations. Amen, Anna Brice. I hope a lot of the people don't get this. It's your purpose. That can help you to go back and to find a reason to live. That's what you're here. So the next generations doesn't have to go through the crap you went through. That's what this is. Yeah. Yes, please heal it, don't pass it. Exactly. I see that repeated in my family generations. That repeated in the same situations, yes. Currently working on my father's situations to heal his karma situations and so on for it, and been dealing a lot with this energies coming up right now to heal. It's been going on through father, mother, grandfather, and so on and on and on. Now it's my dad. Didn't have so much touch base with him, but there is something that I need to look more deep within. But yeah, see our patterns between me and my father, and so on. But working on to heal it. Okay, I'm not more different than you guys. Um, Nothing like that inner peace. Yes, that would be. We're missing the inner peace from a few months back, but it's back. Not as powerful it was, but it's back. I can put the smile in the face and the energies from the inside. And yeah, it's been all right for it. Fifth house, Taurus, Sun, and Saturn. Ouch. Something with kids. Wonder now. No. Maybe something with the kids, the relationship with kids, or something within the kids, or material things for the kids. That could be involve a learning something about the kids, or the kids they have to learn something and restrictions. If you're divorced, maybe you didn't receive child support could be restricted if you're divorced. I don't know your situations, for it, but the sun there, that is going to be the oppositions of the darkness of the Scorpio opposing your sun there. But you need to understand that right now you have the universe is in Taurus and the North Node, so things can be for it. Well, it's in the fifth house for it. So if you have two planets in there, which is Saturn and the Sun, that's talking that probably you should have kids or you're planning to it. But money issues, yes, because it's the material situations. You maybe have no kids because of material situations. Wonder Nando. So that could be some issue. So George begin to posting things, and George, when you're posting so many things, I can't. No plans for the kids. I'm 51. Sad. Wonder Nando, did I ever did the chart for you? Did we ever look into it? I think we did look something. Was that had to do something with a Capricorn that you put too much time within profession or something? Or maybe it wasn't you. You haven't yet. Oh. Okay. Been done it to so many people, so you kind of like well, find me on a Facebook if you want. We can talk. George, you're blowing the chat and I cannot keep it up, neither in the people from it. You know what, George? We have a group in the Facebook that it's coming to this chat. I can add you there. And if you have informations there, because right now when we do the live chat, when you post 11 messages, 12 messages, I'm losing the connections with another people. For here's some advice from Diamond B. Wonder Nanda, the divine will surprise you. I'm a 47 and pregnant. I didn't expect it. Yeah. And, my bad. Just figured this why we are here. Yeah, we are here for this, but within the chat, when you're posting so much messages, and it's overdoing and so on and so on. For it, usually the chat is for not just the people to chat, but if it's something smaller, yes. But when you're posting, you're trying to posting informations and so on. We actually have a Facebook group for this. I will add you there if you want it. Just message me at the Facebook. I will add you. You can post things there in the group. They are related to these videos, so that way the chat is not, because sometimes I have to go through the chat and so on, and it takes also a long time for the people to getting in to read it for it. No, it's not I Am Twin Flame. It's a dual live chat. There is a group strictly designed for this purpose, for this chat group here, to the live videos on YouTube for it. That's what it is. And some of the people, they're already there and they know what this is all about. We're sharing things. Sometimes we have a live sessions there on the Facebook as well. So there, and we see each other through a video conference, few of us, and we're discussing things live for it. So message me in there, and let's say I will post something in the group, and all that 11 messages that you posted, you actually can post to the group, and people go to the group if they are there, and they can see it, they can read it, and not interferes right now with the live feed here. It's just to help us out for it. It's not too bad, just kind of like let's keep the things more organized for us for it. It's made it up, just be nice for it. And yeah. Um, Divine Baby, congratulations. Yes, it is Divine Baby. I talked to the Diamond Bee the other night, and I was so happy. Every time when I talk to her, give her a little energy to her and the baby for it, like as a twin flames. We have this within, and we had a nice chat. And Diamond Bee, thank you for the support. Appreciate it. Yeah, recognize you yesterday's chat for donations to the PayPal, and I appreciate it. So, you guys, I said send the link to the live chat. There is no link for the live chat. You sent me a request that you want to be on that live chat group, and I'm adding you to the group. The group is strictly private in there. That's how I set it up for it. Joyce, does anyone know what the repeating numbers 44 or 17 is? Joyce Box, just go to Google, and whatever numbers you are seeking for, just type it in, meaning of, and the number, and that will come to you. You can read a few informations, and you will find that one particular attracts your attention, and you will understand what this energy is. Usually 44 has something to do that you are in a crossroad, something from between you and the divine, which is 1 and 7. George, private message me on the Facebook on my account, so I know what is your account on Facebook, so I can get and add you to that account, because it's required to be friends on the Facebook. If we are not friends on the Facebook, then it's not going for some reason. That's how universe set it up. I was wondering what happened. I just opened up a group, but so many new restrictions in there. I'm like, find. You won't be able to find it. It's not public. It's closed group. So yeah. Wow. All right, guys. Well, let's thinking about what are we gonna talking about healing tomorrow. What are you guys healing wants to have tomorrow, and so on. If any of you have any idea what are we gonna talk about, let's discuss this, and so on. I am about to have my usual puff with you guys. Does anyone have any idea about what topic of healing we're going to talk about it? Okay, Xanapix, if you send me a message on the Facebook and says like, Dio, add me to the group, and we are friends on the Facebook, I will automatically add you, and you will get notifications to join the group. You're welcome. So you guys have any idea about a topic of healing? You should have a lot of healing topics. Dreams interpretation, that is a kind of like a heavy for it, because the dreams, they can be interpreted in so many ways. They have quite a few meanings for it, usually when you have a dreams. But if it dreams healing, mm, now unseen, unsaid, I can go with you. How to heal and not to pass to the next generations. I will say why to heal, because the why is important. The how it's learned depends of the case. Um, and totally agree with you, George, because right there, that interpretation is very specific because it's if you have a dream, it's something personally attached to you, and you can't really. This is like you're trying to explain your personal chart, but as a collective energy. It doesn't resonate much. Um, but unseen and said that it's pretty good. If that could be like why to heal and how to heal, yes, that is too. Why and how to heal and not to pass to next generations. I think that it's a good one. As long as the group goes with you unseen and said, I will go with it. I think that is a pretty good. Yes, ego manifestations. Yes. Oh, that. That is a lot of people not only train, learn, pass from son, from father to son, from mother to daughter, and so on and so on. And yeah, do you guys like the topic? I think it's a great topic. Okay. Ancina said, "You okay to add the why and how to heal and not to pass to next generations? That's good with you." Oh, hey, Lorian. Okay. All right. So we want to put it why and how to heal, not next generations. Very good. Sounds good. Like I think your channel was spirit wants you to spiritual focus to it. Yes, George. It is Universe Channel. It's been for a long time like this. It is the Universe Channel. This is why I say click like and subscribe. I didn't say all that stuff. You guys doing this on your own for it. The only thing it is some of the people complain to me that they don't get notifications when I'm live or and so on. So please check in the channel that and the video that when you subscribe, if you by accident unsubscribed or in the notification bell, there is something that's called all notifications. Click there for it. If you like the video, liked it, it's up to you. My videos are shared by the universe. I only share it within 3 groups. That is the group that I have. That's I am Twin Flame. I am Twin Flame International, and that is a all Twin Flames Divine Connections. That is a Petya and Andreas group. I don't share them, and on my personal page on the Facebook. That's the only places this live chat is shared. If you guys wants to share the videos, if you feel like it, if you feel the call, that is entirely up to you. I don't force anything. It's the universe will tell you. You came to this channel because of the universe, not because of anything else. Um, so maybe we can heal from starting in the womb. Actually, you begin to your healing journey within the womb, because when you're in the womb as a baby, unseen and set, that is at one of the first communications between you and your mothers begin. Actually, it's very important as a baby. That's what I told Diamond B. It's very important as a baby. What is your communications? What is your inner situations from within? And so on. When you are pregnant as a mother, it's very important the mother to be in an inner peace during pregnancy. Otherwise, if it's she's got so intense, she's over feared, she's over emotional, over toxic, there's gonna be any issues within the babies right in the womb. And when they came out, you may feeling the things from within. Okay, guys. So let me wrap this up pretty quick. One of the biggest thing when you are in the rabbit hole and you feel like there is no reason why to continue, why you live, why you want to be alive, and so on, it's gonna come in to you uh, when you find yourself that you are born here for a reason. When you find the day you find the reasons why, then the day is gonna be when you find your destiny from within you. That's what happens to me. But go watch the video that I put it in the descriptions below. You're going to see that video. I made it a few years back. I went through a very rough position, but that's how I overcome it back then. And it helps down the road, and it helps in quite a few people, quite a few situations. But guys, remember, we are here for the reasons. All right, guys. You're welcome, Lorian. You're all welcome. Be love, guys. Happy Halloween. Yes, it is. Trick or treat.